Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Ayibobo in America. It is a new program here. This program you will attempt to have a good time. It's silliness, learn from one another in the midst of it all. The debut of our program today can be found to be somewhat educating for some, informing. Others might find it, well, we'll leave the critics to you, but we are going to have some fun here and talk to one another. Now, on the B of the program, we'll address who is Ayibobo. Ayibobo, that is the name that is given to me because I represent the Ayibobo. Well, self-nominated, you can't say, yeah? But it's a name that is reside well with people like me, people native of Haiti, particularly, and we unify ourselves with such a name. For those of us who are very well informed, we know what our roots are. Let us give you a little background. Well, what is Ayibobo? What is it? Uh, what does it mean to us? And Ayibobo in America. Well, it's not only me. Ayibobo is not just me particularly. It's any Haitian that has left the comfort of the motherland to dwell elsewhere, to reside elsewhere. Okay, that can be either in the Americas, France, any other country in Europe, or even Santo Domingo, Cuba. Ayibobo would be any Haitian who do not dwell at home, frankly. Uh, the fact, the comfort of our motherland can be argued, but well, that is left to the viewer. But one thing we can agree on, Ayibobo is Negmao. Well, if you are Ayibobo, you know what Negmao is. If you do not know what Negmao is, you're in trouble. You're not a native. You're not a native, you do not know who you are. Especially if you know the blood that runs through your vein, you should know who Negmao is. So we're going to keep this short and sweet and educate you about who Negmao is. And after that, in our other episodes, we'll address some of the other issues that you ought to know. For starters, Negmao. Negmao, you can only find that in one place in the entire world. Nowhere else. One place. Negmao, you can search the universe for Negmao. You will only find that in one place. And that little place is a little small island called Haiti. Haiti, mes amis? Haiti? Haiti. C'est là Negmao sorti. Tout l'autre nèg yo. Yo nèg tout. Mais, Negmao, c'est pour nous lier. That's out. Negmao. Who is a Negmao? What's this guy talking about? Who cares? What is a Negmao? Stop talking already. Here's what it is. And the vernaculars that will be used will be there to address the population, the youth that needs to be educated on this material. Let's look at what we have here. A Negmao is a respected nigger. Yeah, a respected nigger. Negmao are well respected. It's a nigger who made his word his bonds. You don't understand that? See, back then, when niggers had nothing in the little island called Haiti, their words were their bond. And that, when a nigger gave you his word back then, you could take that to the grave. These niggers were called Negmao. And Negmao, they are niggers who respect themselves. Not only themselves, but they respected each other. They were not niggers who pumped their chest so much, but their power, their everything they do came into the mutual respect. Yeah, mutual respect for one another. That a nigger did not try to cross another nigger just because want to make a name for him or herself. A nigger was a nigger. A nigma was a nigma. He give you his words, you can take that to the grave. No matter what. You will learn more of that. A moment. A nigma is an educated nigger. Very well educated. He knows his environment, he knows his society, he knows what he involves in. He's knowledgeable about the thing he entertains. That is an enigma. Yeah. Well, you're going to say, well, don't everybody want to be known as all the positive stuff, given where they come from? Well, that is true. Yes, that is true. But the fact remains, Neymar did it a bit differently. We will see that later. The best of all, Neymar is strong will. The will of a Neymar is not something to be tempered with. You think I lie? As the French. The real of an egg marron is not something to be tempered with. It is something to be feared. An egg marron is a witty nigger. Yeah, he's witty. Well planned, patience, very well organized, understand probability of his actions. That is Neymar. Yeah. In other words, I'll go as far as saying Neymar are the niggers that defeated the gods. You don't believe it. You don't believe it. You have to understand, once upon a time, the gods are defined by who's in power. Let's say if the French were in power, of course, the gods for the French are more like the French. They define who God was. Hence, by transition or association, Enigma defeated the gods. Yes, we did. You may disagree, don't get me wrong. But they did. These are Enigma. Well, as I stated, these Enigma are only found in Haiti. For any little niggers or descendants of the Haitian people who are in the anywhere in the world, and yet they know not who they are made of. They do not of the blood that runs through their vein. They have no backbone. They have no sense of organization. That, my friend, is a lack of education. If you learn who you are, you learn your culture. Isn't it funny? You leave your home, go elsewhere, and somebody else, not somebody of your culture, but somebody from elsewhere is telling you who you are. This is laughable. Enigma won't put up with that foolishness. Enigma needs not information from elsewhere to know who he is. Enigma, if he were to not know who he is, the first thing he would do is seek that out. seek out the information that would help him define himself. But hey, what do I know? You be the judge. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you find this somewhat entertaining or whatnot, to the very least, educating. If not, well, I hope you stay tuned because there will be more information on who we are, what is expected of us, what you can expect of your children. Depends on what you're doing. You cannot just go around and do whatever and later preach onto your kids. Yeah, preach onto your kids, do better than I did. Get out of here. You do not know what you're doing. But here's what it is: become an Egmaon. Especially if you are a descendant of the Haitian people. Don't be ignorant. A lot of little niggers running around these days claiming that they're not Haitian. And they only do it specifically when they know they have a link to the Haitian people. You have no idea. Had you known who you are, the gods wouldn't be able to touch you. You would make the gods envious. It's an education. But please, it's not an education as the rest of the world gives it, especially in the Americas. It is an education. An education. It's not the education, but it is an education. Everything is, eh? All right. Well, I'm glad you joined us, people. Next time, we will talk more about what is expected and what you can expect more from this show. And like I said, it's going to be a bit of silliness we put together, but in the midst of it all, we want to learn from one another. Please feel free to comment, and we'll go from there. And this show was brought to you by Ayate and our staff. Thank you, and we'll be looking forward to see you next time.